Microphone check as we await the last arriving media crew. Microphone check. Anybody need a white balance? No, we're good. Again, mic check 1 2 3 4 5. This is it. 1 2 3 4 5. Microphone check. Do you hear me? Over. Come in. All right, everybody ready? All right. It's hot out. As we get ready to go, my name is Ross Cabot. I'm the Communications Director of Cobb County. We're just holding this because there's been a large amount of requests for information about our preparations and getting ready for the event. So I thought I'd bring some of the principals here to answer some of those questions. As we go through the week, we're going to have a webpage up at cobbcounty.org, cobbcounty.gov/allstar, where we'll have some information posted. Anything PD related will come through the usual PD channels. Eric Smith's right there. Fire, Nick, and Steve are here as well. They can handle any of your fire stuff, but we will again be posting any significant incidents on the webpage I just mentioned. Behind me, I'll have Public Safety Director Michael Register say a few words. I also have Deputy Fire Chief Carl Crumley here as well. He's been kind of the sheep herder when it comes to our preparation for this event. And Drew Rassler with DOT's here if anybody has any questions about traffic coming up. So if we're going, we're good? All right, we'll have Director Register come up and say a few words.
My name's Mike Register. I'm the Public Safety Director for Cobb County. Very excited and honored to have the MLB All-Star Game here in Cobb County. A lot of planning has went into it, and we have had such a great partnership with our other local, state, and federal government officials, but also a great partnership with MLB, with the Braves, and with some of our community stakeholders like Travel and Tourism, which is here. And many, many others. I know you have some questions for us, and I think Deputy Chief Crumley, as Ross said, has been instrumental in leading the planning phase for the All-Star game, so I'll let him come up and say a few words. But before that, we do have our county manager, Dr. Jackie McMorris here, and I think it would be appropriate for Dr. McMorris to come up and say a few words also.
Thank you, Director, and thank all of you for being here. It is our pleasure to host the MLB All-Star Game here in Cobb County. And I just want to thank our team. we've been working very diligently and for the last year or so in trying to make sure that people who come to Cobb have a fun experience, but also a safe experience. So this team behind me has worked just tirelessly to ensure that when people come here, they can have a safe, fun time. So thank you for being here today, and I'll turn it over to Deputy Chief Crumley. Thank you.
So my name's Carl Crumley. I'm the Deputy Chief with the Cobb County Fire Department. I have kind of been the facilitator of the planning effort for Cobb County as we prepared. Planning effort along with Cobb EMA. We've kind of housed all the planning meetings and so forth, but our planning started all the way back when it was announced last year that we would officially get the All-Star game. And it started with a couple meetings before we actually went out and shadowed Arlington, and we got to view the All-Star game last year, see how they prepared for it. And then ultimately we had 12 scheduled meetings throughout our time frame after we returned, and we had a final meeting just 2 weeks ago in preparation, and 2 tabletops, and we kind of finished things off with training our individuals, our first responders and so forth that will be down here actually at the event working. So that's where we're at now. We're just tying up some loose ends with incident action plans, training the personnel that'll be down there, down here working, but we're very excited and we're well prepared for a safe experience for all visitors of Cobb County.
All right, I'm going to bring up DOT Director Drew Rassler here in a second. I also want to thank the Board of Commissioners. They had provided a $1.5 million agenda item to handle the additional cost for holding this event as well. And we are sticking to that budget. And I have those documents too if anybody wants to see them, the agenda item and the breakdown of costs. DOT Director Drew Rassler.
Good morning, Drew Rassler, Department of Transportation, Cobb County. Just to emphasize what's already been said, this has been in the works and the planning has been ongoing for months. And the name of the game has been partnerships. And so we've had a great relationship with both public safety, MLB, the Braves to identify where the events will be, when the events will be. And just like we do for a regular season game, a postseason game, we will have staff on site monitoring traffic conditions, making adjustments in real time, as well as traffic control crews that are able to be out, boots on the ground, and make modifications to the roadways as needed as we go. The beauty of this site is 2 interstates, multiple arterial roadways, and so the 14 access points really make it work from a traffic perspective, bringing folks in and helping them leave safely and effectively during all of the games. And safety will be our top priority for traffic, and then working closely in coordination with our public safety partners. Thank you.
Anybody got any questions?
I have a question for DOT. You can come back up if you'd like. Sure. So, talk about preparing for the All-Star game versus just a normal race game in terms of traffic and DOT.
Absolutely. So the differences are minimal. The games will look very much the same in terms of the capacity, the number of people here. The major difference is just the number of events that will be happening. And so making sure that we have coverage for staff to monitor those traffic signals, to make sure that they are operating efficiently and effectively, as well as the engagements outside of just the ballpark. There will be events going on at the Galleria and elsewhere other than just here. And so we'll be looking at a broader area. But again, our goal will be the same, to make sure everything is working as efficiently as possible, which is possible because of all of the different arterials, interstates in this area.
Yeah, given all those ways to get to the game, do you expect traffic to be any worse than for a normal Braves game?
I expect traffic to be... Sure. Yeah, that's right. I expect traffic around the ballpark to be very similar. There won't be any major road closures different from a typical ball game. There will be a little bit of a difference because we have activities at the Galleria. There will be some more traffic here, but again, because of the number of connection points, access points, I anticipate it to work very well throughout the duration.
I have a question about police, patrol, security, that sort of thing. Give me a sense, if you would, sir, about what additional crews you may have, how many extra officers, where they're going to be. Obviously, probably a very visible presence. it's a two-part question. And then also, I know there is a group putting up billboards around Atlanta about human trafficking. Are there any efforts being made there to address any concerns associated with that?
As far as police and law enforcement presence, it'll be a combination of local, state, and federal. And yes, we have increased our presence here. As Deputy Chief Crumley said, we've had several tabletop exercises to discuss how we would handle various incidents from a public safety standpoint, inclement weather standpoint. So I think that we are prepared. Our priority is for everyone to have a very safe and enjoyable All-Star game. As far as the human trafficking, that is something that we deal with year-round, and we find that when you have high occupancy events like the All-Star game, World Series, that it seems to increase. And so our local, state, and federal partners have come together, and we're addressing that in numerous ways.
With all the different events over the course of the next week, do you know how many people you guys are expecting in Cobb County for everything? I mean, obviously, on Tuesday, capacity of about 41,000, but how many people are you expecting to be here at the Battery that day? How many people are you expecting for the fan village and all the other things going on? What do you plan for?
I think it'll be numerous. It'll be in the thousands, but you have to understand there will be a lot of people coming that will not be able to get into the events, but will still be in the area, that will come to the Battery and associated venues around the area. And so 41,000 in the stadium, and anywhere from 10 to possibly 20,000 outside the stadium in the Battery area and the Galleria area.
Will you be monitoring like camera network, any sort of camera network, as well as not just on site, but I'm sure there's.
Of course we will. We have various operational centers down here within the Battery, Truist Park, and Galleria area. Plus we have our real-time crime center that we're using extensively for this.
I don't know who would want to take this. Obviously, it's got to be exciting to get the chance to host such a big event, the All-Star game. We obviously couldn't get to host it a few years ago. I don't know if someone wants to take it. Maybe the county. Just the
County
excitement
manager.
level for you guys. I mean, obviously, public safety and making people come and go to the stadium is one thing, but for you guys, you want to make sure everyone has a good time.
Yes.
What's the excitement level for you guys for all of this? And come Wednesday morning when all this is over?
Off the charts. The excitement level is off the charts. We love hosting people to come to our region. There's a lot going on, not just here in Cobb, but also in Atlanta. And so with everything going on, and it's a lot, I understand the Beehive will be in town as well, so we might get some people coming from the concert who want to be a part of the excitement here as well. So at the end of the day, the excitement for us to be able to host this event, to have all eyes on Cobb County and our partners come together so collaboratively to make sure that everything is covered, from Cobb Travel and Tourism, making sure that hospitality is their #1 priority and welcoming people here to our county. It's just exciting. It's very exciting.
How many county employees will be working the events, not just the game? And because I think some people don't really know everything the locals have to do
Yeah.
when something like this happens, like what exactly will they be doing?
Yeah, I would probably say of the 31 departments that Cobb County has, I would probably say more than half are involved in some integral way to make sure that this event goes off, from ITS to all of public safety to DOT, 911, EMA. So if I don't know the exact number, because within those departments there are probably sub-departments that are also working, but I would say based on what I've seen at our tabletop exercises or events that we've had where we've been doing training and everything, it could be upwards probably 85 to 100 employees deep within the organization that are somehow involved in this week-long event.
So as we're standing out here, the thing I'm thinking about, and I think we're all thinking about, is the heat.
Yes.
What kinds of things are y'all doing to prepare for the heat that we're going to have over these next few days during these games?
Absolutely, and to start with, we were in Arlington and it was 110 degrees, so we got to see firsthand what the heat looked like. What we would say is anyone coming out, be prepared for the heat. bring water, be prepared, but from a medical standpoint, we have a large footprint that this event is a part of. So we have the stadium, we have the Battery, and we have the All-Star Village, and that's the overall footprint. We will have medical providers in unison with Metro Atlanta Ambulance Service and the fire department and some of our local automatic aid agreements, Smyrna and so forth, assisting. We'll be out there and available. We've worked with them for first aid stations and watering stations and so forth. But the good thing is our All-Star Village is inside where it's air conditioned. A lot of the things that go on in the Battery, there'll be opportunities for people to step in and have something to drink and so forth. But please hydrate, plan your events. This is a family event, so if you bring really small children, make sure that you keep them covered. You bring plenty of fluids for them as well. But we will have a lot of medical staff on place, and we have to scale the event, right? So Saturday looks very different than Tuesday. So we'll scale appropriately based on what we anticipate, crowd numbers and so forth. And we rely heavily on the Braves to tell us what that looks like. They do a phenomenal job telling us, hey, this is what our anticipated numbers are, and we will scale appropriately to that. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Director Register, you mentioned federal agencies are going to be out here as well. Tell us which agencies are going to be.
It's going to be various, numerous federal agencies, everything from the FAA to the FBI that we work very closely with over the past year. And also our state partners, through GSP, GBI. And when you look at the partnership that we got with our federal agencies, we have weekly meetings, sometimes twice a week, meetings with them, especially on any ongoing intelligence that may be pertinent to the event itself.
Just because of the nature of the time frame we're in, do you expect the Mace to be out here as well? Have you guys partnered with them for this event?
We have had meetings with Homeland Security, not specifically ICE, but all of our federal agencies have one thing. The priority is to make it a safe event.
Was there anything you learned in Arlington last year that you're applying here that maybe you wouldn't have thought of?
I think we learned a lot out at Arlington. I think one thing that we did come away with is how everything has to be integrated. You can't have different entities being segregated. It has to be a holistic, integrated approach. Not saying that Arlington did not have that, but we saw the value in making sure that that occurred here.
Will there be additional signage put out? A lot of people will be coming from out of state on the freeways, how to get here.
I'll let Drew take that one. DOT.
So the county has partnered with the Cumberland Community Improvement District to put a lot of the signage advertising the All-Star Game along the arterials as well as the Cobb Parkway pedestrian bridge. We will also have information on Cobb Commute on our website at cobbcounty.gov. Would be a great spot to find information, and then we'll coordinate with our partners at the state to make sure that information is pushed out through the normal channels for traffic. As well as glad y'all are here and can help us get the word out about how to get to the Truist Park.
Hey, speaking of, I know that Cobb League is all around. People like to always dog about how MARTA's not here, but Cobb League does link up with MARTA in Midtown for people that are trying to find a different way to get here and not pay parking. So is there anything extra that we've beefed up with Cobb League, or what would you like to say to people that don't realize that Cobb League actually does link up with MARTA?
Absolutely, and appreciate that question. So encourage everyone to take a look at cobblink.org. And from there, the Rapid 10 both connects into Midtown as well as from the Marietta Transfer Center on South Marietta Parkway. A great way to come into the ballpark for $2.50 and not have to worry about parking or Uber. So a much more affordable way, but we do have transit access here. And again, encourage everyone to take a look at cobblink.org to look at how those routes are coordinated.
And I just learned about this yesterday. I already admit, but there's a bus depot on the back of Cumberland Mall. Is that the same thing you're talking about, or is that?
That's correct. That's where our routes come into and out of. So encourage everyone to take a look at cobblink.org to look at how best to coordinate and connect into the Cumberland area. Most of those routes will either run along Cobb Parkway or to the transfer center behind the mall. From there, it's a quick walk across. We have reopened the Cobb Parkway pedestrian bridge. Very excited about the way that looks and the connectivity that provides to the region as well.
And people probably need to know they
are supposed to only park in authorized areas, right? The whole getting away with free parking at Cumberland Mall, I'm assuming is not a thing.
Correct. Make sure that you have permission to park wherever you're parking.
And parking looks the same as a normal Braves game, or is it expanded?
I would refer that question to the Braves, but as far as we understand it, it'll be a typical.
What's your advice for folks who maybe are not going to the game, navigating, driving on the days of the All-Star events and then the day of the game?
For attendees or for
folks who are just trying to live their lives, live around here and want to avoid the traffic. Probably not a good night to go to dinner in the Battery, for instance.
correct. Just like folks consider the Brave schedule into their daily lives, we do have a lot of technology and partnerships down here. So that's been talked about. We're hand in hand with public safety to look at our technology, our traffic cameras. We also have adaptive traffic signal systems in this area that make real-time changes based on what traffic is doing. So we're confident that the system will be optimized, but of course there's only so much we can do with high traffic.
All right, appreciate it. We're melting up here. Again, just a reminder, any significant updates we'll put on cobbcounty.gov/all-star, the webpage, and I will be doing some research into this beehive thing. If I get any more information on that, I'll pass it along immediately.
I was
No
going to
idea.
say, too, that Cobb Travel and Tourism has put together a great brochure. Cobb Travel and Tourism has put together a great pamphlet on things you can do in and around the Battery and the ballpark, and great places to eat as well. So if you want to eat and not have tickets to come inside, check out Cobb's Travel and Tourism
We have
website.
representatives here.
Yes,
Any
we
idea
do.
the economic impact would be? Did you guys look into that before this?
Come on up, Holly. You want to talk a little bit about the economic impact, too?
No, she does not.
No, you do not?
Millions,
No.
I assume, millions of
So
dollars.
I'm sorry.
Like maybe a ballpark figure?
That question should really be for the Braves as well. We're going to get an update after the All-Star game, so I think we should wait and talk with them about what that economic impact will be.
Part of the challenge with that is some of these
After
events
the
are
game.
spread
Yeah.
into town and into Buckhead, so yeah, it's hard for us to calculate.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.